For years, the internet has told me, Jonathan Clarke, you should be that guy that's with Selena Gomez. The internet obviously wants to see Jonathan Clarke in Selena Gomez's life, but there's just one issue with all of this. Selena Gomez is infatuated with Justin Bieber, and that really lets Jonathan Clarke down in more ways than he could ever come up with or mention to you on this show. So the only way for Jonathan Clarke to profess his love to Selena Gomez is for Jonathan Clarke to take the liberty of taking a very long walk, which he has done with no insulin and no candy, because he feels like life without Selena Gomez really has no meaning. Now, on the very first episode of Wizards of Waverly Place, they referred to David Henry's character Justin as the J-Man. Quite frankly, there was only ever one J-Man, and his name was Jonathan Clarke. The only issue with this is that Selena Gomez never knew that Jonathan Clarke existed, so I think I can get away with saying that the J-Man has arrived. Now, also on the second or third episode of Wizards of Waverly Place, they learned to spell. It was called Edgemano-Etusits. And I'm hoping that the English translation of this spell actually means Jonathan Clarke is a very good-looking man. Now, I don't know about you guys, but Jonathan Clarke has never worked at a sub-sandwich store before in his life. But if Jonathan Clarke ever did work at a sandwich shop, he would be the most talented sandwich maker of them all. Because the sandwiches that he would make would stand out amongst any sandwich made by any employee of this sandwich shop, the very attractive sandwich shop. Jonathan Clarke would exemplify his talent of being a sandwich maker because in one hand he would have his sandwich that he made, not made by the hands of anyone else, and a coffee. While he was drinking his coffee and eating his sandwich with two hands, he would be standing up at the automated toilet which he would have in this sandwich shop, and he would be pissing at the same time. Can you imagine that? Now, on Wizards of Waverly Place, they like to have wands, because without the wands, they couldn't cast any magic spells. Jonathan Clarke doesn't know the first thing about having a wand, but I think Selena Gomez knows that Jonathan Clarke has a much bigger magic wand somewhere where he will not mention than Justin Bieber has ever had in his entire pathetic life. Can you imagine if Selena Gomez ever figured out how to use Jonathan Clarke's magic wand? That would be incredible. There would be so much magic. It would glisten. People would see the magic shooting up in the sky from areas that Jonathan Clarke would not even want to mention on this show. Selena Gomez also has a lot of great songs. One of the songs that stands out to Jonathan Clarke is this new one she has called Hands to Myself. I think Jonathan Clarke would have a very difficult time keeping his hands to himself if he ever were with Selena Gomez. I don't know about you guys, but I really think that it's time for Selena Gomez to seriously consider upgrading from Justin Bieber, from JB, all the way to Jonathan Clarke, JC. It's only a difference of one initial, and Selena Gomez's life would definitely be a lot better than what it has been with people like Justin Bieber. Now, obviously, on Wizards, Selena Gomez was infatuated with a lot of people. One of the people that she was infatuated with on this show, actually, was the character of a werewolf. Now, Jonathan Clarke doesn't know the first thing about being a werewolf or silver bullets. But the one thing that Jonathan Clarke would do is tell you guys a story. Last week, Jonathan Clarke was out for a walk. While Jonathan Clarke was out for a walk, somebody who wasn't paying attention actually backed into Jonathan Clarke with their car. After backing into Jonathan Clarke with their car, Jonathan Clarke fell down on the ground. He fell down on the ground, hitting his face first off the pavement. Jonathan Clarke got back up and walked away from the accident because Jonathan Clarke secretly is a vampire. Well, not really, but thought that might have turned Selena Gomez on there for a minute. Selena Gomez has always infatuated Jonathan Clarke because Selena Gomez has had this very enthusiastic energy when it comes to life. Jonathan Clarke possesses that same kind of energy. He never wants to let his fans down. Jonathan Clarke never wants to make anybody sad. Jonathan Clarke is always a very uplifting person. So because he's a very uplifting person, he wants to give a lot of people hope that even though there doesn't seem like there's any hope with anything, that there could be anything that could happen to you that could make your life better and turn it around when you least expect it. Like Jonathan Clarke walking past this pool of water, which if he falls in, he will drown. Whew. Jonathan Clarke is also walking in the nighttime where there could be anything that could attack him, some ferocious beast or anything. This is just my way of showing Selena Gomez that I am fearless. Jonathan Clarke, a knight, like in the Monkees song, although he's never rode a steed before in his life. Jonathan Clarke would know the first thing about riding a steed. Before Jonathan Clarke gets to the high road and commits suicide possibly from having talked about Justin Bieber for over 10 years, Jonathan Clarke would just like to say that even though he's extremely out of breath, he knows that one night with Selena Gomez would change her life, and that would be the one night that Jonathan Clarke would not be extremely out of breath. Now, the thing is about Selena Gomez too, is Selena Gomez is very accomplished. Jonathan Clarke feels that he fits the criteria of Selena Gomez because he too is very accomplished. Jonathan Clarke may not have a hit song on the Hot 100 Billboard chart or have a hit #1 album or EP, but Jonathan Clarke, if he ever sang a duet with Selena Gomez, it would blow the minds of every fan of music that's out there in the world. Everybody will be requesting the song. Everyone will be wanting to hear this song. Can you imagine Jonathan Clarke singing the Wizards of Waverly Place theme song? Everything is not what it seems. Be careful not to twist with the balance of things. Now, Jonathan Clarke has messed with the balance of things. He always has made a habit of messing with the balance of things. So it probably wouldn't be the best thing for Jonathan Clarke to resort to singing the Wizards of Waverly Place theme song. Because if he did go as far as to sing the Wizards of Waverly Place theme song, I think I would ruin the credibility of that show. Let me also just say this. I am really upset over the fact that of the 100 episodes that Wizards of Waverly Place produced during its 4 seasons, that Jonathan Clarke did not appear on Wizards of Waverly Place. Everybody, from Bridget Mendler to Dwayne Johnson, that's right, fuck you Dwayne, because you took that opportunity away from Jonathan Clarke to be on the show with the one girl that he loved the most. I thought there was way too much emphasis on people on this show that loved Selena Gomez or claimed to love Selena Gomez as characters of the show. But the thing is, Selena Gomez to me always was an amazing person. Yeah, I know Selena Gomez has made a lot of mistakes in her lifetime, but she should not be held accountable for making these mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Even Jonathan Clarke has made a lot of mistakes. Maybe not as many as what Justin Bieber has in his entire life, but Jonathan Clarke has made a lot of mistakes. So Selena Gomez should not be held accountable for having made a lot of these mistakes. And the thing is, the arrogance of this Justin Bieber guy. I mean, Selena Gomez wrote songs about Justin Bieber. I think one of them was called What the Heart Wants. Yeah, Jonathan Clarke's heart is racing because he's walking. He wants to be in top shape for Selena Gomez, proving to Selena Gomez that he is fearless, that he is not afraid of getting into a fight with this Justin Bieber guy. The thing is, What the Heart Wants had a very beautiful monologue in it. It talked about how the heart wanted what it wants, which is actually what the name of the song is, which Jonathan Clarke knows because he's not as stupid as what a lot of people think that he may be. Yeah, there's a lot of cars driving by. Jonathan Clarke is seriously risking injury by walking on the road talking about Justin Bieber. I never thought it would come to this. Jonathan Clarke walking down the road. Jonathan Clarke risking serious injury because of Justin Bieber. The thing is, Selena would write all these songs, and Justin Bieber never did once write a song about her. What really got me about Selena Gomez was the fact that Selena Gomez would write all these songs and cry about Justin Bieber. Can you imagine if Jonathan Clarke were with Selena Gomez and what the breakup would be like. And when Nancy O'Dell interviewed Jonathan Clarke about the breakup of Selena Gomez and himself, he would say that the door would always remain open for Selena Gomez. No matter how many people Selena Gomez would be with after their breakup, Jonathan Clarke, after he gets out of the way of this car coming towards him, would